Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another first impressions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Rain. Now if you guys have been following me for some time now, you guys probably noticed that Rain is usually not the kind of game that you would see on my channel. However, I do enjoy new challenges and checking out different styles lately, and it's kind of been my thing, just basically going across the board and checking out all the genres that are out there. And I received this particular game from Sony Computer Entertainment in Portugal, so that I could go ahead and take a look at it. And I was not expecting the way that it shaped out to be, because the very first images that I saw of Rain, I just thought it was like this two-dimensional 2.5D platformer, that kind of stuff. And it is so much more than that. And I'm not sure that this game is going to be exactly for everyone, particularly for my audience, because a lot of you guys are into different genres and whatnot. But still, I really enjoyed the time that I've spent with Rain, apart from a couple of minor annoyances. So let's just get a couple of things out of the way. This game is fairly short. It is not going to be like a really long experience, so to speak, particularly if you just play through it. You can pretty much do it in one sitting. Depending on how much time you have free, obviously. I'm not exactly sure in terms of hours, but it's got 8 chapters. We're going to be playing through chapter 4 here, so you guys have an idea of how much a chapter lasts. Some chapters are faster, some chapters are slower, because at the end of the day, this game is not about giving you the longest experience of all time. It's about bringing out this really abstract story. Because the story doesn't really go into a lot of detail as to what the story represents. And by the time that you're done with the game, I think that a lot of people are going to be finding different meanings to the story of Rain, which is something that I thought was kind of interesting. Either way, we're going to go to chapter 4, like I said. Last time I gave you guys chapter 2. This time around, we're going to go to chapter 4, and you guys will understand why. And the thing is, I can't show you a lot more. I mean, I can show you the whole game if I want to. I'm actually allowed to do that. The reason why I don't want to show you a lot more than Act 4 is because I feel that it will actually spoil a lot of the experience. So, as the game starts out, you're actually a little boy who is in his room, and you see this girl who is like transparent, like your character is now, and she is running away from something. And basically your character exits his room, and as he crosses through a doorway, he becomes transparent as well. And that's kind of how the adventure sets off. You're basically trying to help this girl, this transparent girl that you've seen outside your house, and you're trying to help her out escape this monster that's chasing after her. That monster is referred to in the game as the Unknown. So let's go ahead and have a little bit of a look around here in the game. So this is pretty much the way that you're going to be playing the game. I mean, the left stick moves your character. It's pretty basic controlling. You can press X to jump, and then you can press the circle for, how should I say this? Contextual actions, because every now and then you'll have to do something specific like crawl under a vent, or something of that nature, and for that you will use circle. Then you also have square to dash, and that is about it. That is the extension of the controls, at least as far as I can remember. Then the game has a set of mechanics. Like right now, you can see my character because it's raining, because the character himself, he's invisible. The only reason you can see him is because he's raining, and it's kind of like, since the rain is falling down on top of him, that is the reason why you can actually see the character. So now let's go through here, advance a little bit, so that I can show you guys a little bit more gameplay. This right here is the Unknown. Chapter 4, the 2 and the town. So these are a couple of subtitles that will show up every now and then, kind of explaining what the hell is going on. And they will just show up as you are playing the game, so they're very naturally inserted into the levels, which is kind of cool. The alleyway came to a dark and abrupt end. What was I supposed to do here? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to stand here. Check this out, guys. Now, if you notice, my character became invisible. Now, the Unknown doesn't really know where I am right now because my character is invisible. Now, if you guys notice, you'll see little footsteps a little bit above in the screen there, and the chair falling off. That is because that is the little girl. She is helping me right now. As you can see, she's going through the level there, and now the unknown is chasing after her because he knows that she is there. So basically, somewhere along Act 3, I believe, you reunite yourself with the girl, which is the reason why I wanted to play through Act 4, because there's a lot of cooperation between the two characters, so that I can show you some of that. Either way, we're going to be walking into this now. But let me explain to you guys the mechanic. I mean, basically now you're invisible because in the place that I am right now, if you notice, I'm going to jump and you will see my footprints right there, close to the middle of the screen, slightly upwards and to the left. And the reason I'm invisible is because it's not raining where I'm standing. So if I go over here, I'm visible because it's raining here. If I go over here, I'm invisible. Now there's a couple of more mechanics that we will go through, which will show you when you're visible and when you're invisible and all that jazz. But yeah, this is kind of the gist of it. And when you're invisible, the monsters like the unknown, they can't see you. If you notice there, the little girl, she pushed that trash can to the floor to draw the attention of the unknown. And that means that now I can actually go. Oops. I messed up. Oh, damn, he's going to chase after me. And he beat the crap out of me and I'm dead. I messed up. I shouldn't have gone through the angle. I shouldn't have exited through the angle that I've exited. Anyways. So the little girl is going to push the trash can. You can see her hand there pushing the trash can as she exposes her hands to the rain. So that draws the attention of the unknown, and that is going to actually allow me to go through here and get to the ladder. So there's several instances of collaboration between your character and the little girl. They pretty much help each other out through the levels. Now, these puzzles are not extremely complicated, so this game is basically suitable for all ages, so it can be played either by an adult or by a younger child or even teenager, whatever. And every person, I feel, is going to have not a different experience, because I mean the game is pretty much linear as it gets. But the one thing that is not linear is the story, because I mean it's not linear. I don't even know how to properly say this. Oh, get over here. She's trying to get him to step away from the unknown. Now this character chases you throughout the whole game. Like all the levels, this character is after you and is out to get you and kill you. But as I was saying, the story itself is also a linear story as far as I could tell. Near the end, it felt like I could actually make a choice, but I never really went back and tested it out. I should actually do that at some point. But yeah, this is actually the first time that the two characters encounter one another face to face in the same spot. He's asking her questions about her, about the town at night, the creatures, how to escape the world that he's in, because this is like a separate world from the real world. And she didn't really say a word. She simply shook her head. Seeing the boy's face fall, she held out a caring hand. We must go. Our people need us. Now I'm being carefully ominous about the storyline because I don't want to reveal too much. The girl seemed to know where she was going. Now you guys might have noticed that we could actually go this way, but I don't think there's much of a point. Oh, what the hell is this? Metamorphosis. He did not know that she could not come to the circus, that for her, the dawn would never come. Interesting. So this is actually something that I've unlocked now that I've finished the game, which is memories. And basically, I guess that you collect and piece all these memories together. So previously, as you're going through the game the very first time, there's actually no reason to try and do any exploration because you're not going to find anything off the beaten path. However, after you finish the game, you will be finding these little tidbits of memories spread throughout the different levels in the game. So let's keep going onwards here. I believe they were probably supposed to go this way. And theoretically, you should have followed the girl all the way here. As you can see, there's the girl over there at the top. As you can see, once again, we're invisible when we go through stuff that's covered. It's a very important mechanic as you progress through the game, despite the fact that the puzzles are not terribly complex. Like, usually anyone can really figure out these puzzles quite easily. And there's also a hint system, which, to be honest, I found the hint system to be a little bit obnoxious because it's like you fail twice and the system just starts telling you, hey, there's a hint, just press select and I'll tell you exactly what you got to do. I felt that the hint system could have been a little bit toned down to actually allow people to experiment and figure out some of these puzzles, because it's not like the puzzles are so complicated that you need these hints. Because, I mean, most of these puzzles were actually, in my opinion, pretty basic. Because, like, again, the strength of the game is not in its puzzles. It's about telling a story and the artistic delivery, which, as you can see, the game has a lot of artistic camera angles, as well as a very specific art style that this might be reminiscent of either 70s or 80s. I'm not exactly sure. I'm very bad with dates, but either way, it is somewhat reminiscent of old times. Like I said, 70s or 80s. I can't really tell. Maybe someone will correct me because they'll be able to identify the art style. But yeah, it's got a very distinct feel to it, and it feels nice. I don't know what any other way to put it. As you're playing this game, normally a lot of the times you will be extremely relaxed, unless you're in a chase sequence. At that point, you might be a little stressed, but usually the game doesn't really stress you that much. It's more about experiencing it and playing around with the mechanics and stuff like that and figuring out the different puzzles than really action and all that jazz. So basically we're chasing after a light that the girl saw, apparently. As you can see, once again, the invisibility mechanic coming into play, and it's most likely going to be coming into play with monsters pretty soon, because that's usually what happens. Suddenly the girl began to cough. I should probably go this way, because there's going to be... No? I was going to say there might be some memories laying around, and you guys know me whenever I start seeing that there's stuff to collect. As you guys can see, a very artistic style, because here we're invisible and all you can really see is the footprints and when they're stepping on water. I find this to be really, really cool. I know, maybe I'm just easily satisfied, but I found it to be cool. Now, the reason I came here, if you guys notice, the girl actually goes this direction. I went over there because I already know this particular puzzle, but if you keep going in this direction, you'll eventually come up to a gate, which is locked. You can examine it. The gate was tightly locked and would not open. So obviously you want to go back and see what you can find. For whatever reason, I find this this particular thing, like when your character's walking around invisible and all you can really hear is the footsteps, I find it weird. I find this relaxing for whatever reason. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it just has a relaxing feel to it. Also, something that is really nice is the sounds. Not sure if you guys can tell through YouTube's compression or whatever, but the sounds are very nice and they are a key part of the experience, as well as the music. Since in terms of visual aesthetics, a lot of the times, not a lot of the times, but sometimes there will actually not be a whole lot to speak to you visually because your character is going to be invisible. So you require those audio cues to actually carry the game for you, which requires a little better handling of audio than what other games that don't really have invisible characters and stuff like that do. As well as, like I said, this game is more about telling a specific story than anything else, and an abstract story than anything else. So there's a monster there. We probably want to jump here. Yeah, I remember correctly. So we found a toy clown, and here's the thing. If I go... Okay, you don't have to call my attention to it. I know what I gotta do. Basically what I'm saying is, if I go over here, I become invisible, so the dogs focus on the girl again, or try to focus on her. I don't know exactly where she went. But either, oh yeah, she's under the red thing there. If you guys notice, at the upper left corner, there's like a red... I don't even know what to call that, but whatever. There's like something there that's keeping the rain from falling down, and that is where she is. She's invisible over there. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing the dog's attention with this little toy clown. That is going to allow the girl to move. The girl made her way all the while keeping an eye out for the boy. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to go ahead and move myself as well, so I'm going to drop this here. And then I'm going to get the hell out of Dodge. Now, the animation is really nice. I mean, it's not super amazing, but it's really well done for the type of style that the game is going for. Wait, let's just check, see if there's any memories in here, maybe. Oh, interesting. You could. Oh, this is where she came from. Sorry, guys. I'm just curious because now you guys know how I am. It's like, oh, now there's stuff to collect. Must collect everything. Either way, this is actually one of my complaints. What you guys are seeing right here, which is the push mechanic and stuff like that, as well as the opening and closing of doors. Sometimes I felt that it wasn't as responsive as I would like it to be, and several times I died because the controls weren't as responsive as I expected. But again, it's not that big of a deal because it has a lot of checkpoints. The game has a lot of checkpoints. It's not really going to punish you all that much for your mistakes. Like I said previously, this game is more about experiencing the story than anything else. And let's talk a little bit about the story. And by talking about the story, I don't actually mean the details of the story, but like the thing that I keep saying, that the story is kind of like a metaphor and that different people will get different things from the story. Like, you will get different vibes. Like, one of the vibes that I got is that this whole story actually symbolizes a relationship between a man and a woman. Not necessarily a boy and a girl, just like relationships in general. And how sometimes you have to fight together to maintain a relationship and stuff like that. I know, maybe I'm just kind of looking for a deeper meaning in all of this, but I felt, and I continue to say, I feel that a lot of people are going to get... Interesting, I can come down. It did not seem possible to jump down from such height. Oh, okay. As I keep saying, I feel that different people are going to get different experiences off this game. And my experience, like I said, I felt this represents relationship and the bonding between two lovers. Not in a sexual way or anything like that. No, just like the most natural bonding between two people of love. The bonding of love between two people. And how the unknown constantly attacks them and they have to struggle together to overcome that. That is what I got out of the story. Which, like I said, I feel that different people are going to get different meanings from this story because the story is very abstract. And at the end of the day, it's all about experiencing this story and about taking your own conclusions from it, because the story is not directly told to you like in a way like A plus B equals C or something like that. No, it's a lot more abstract than that. Anyway, let's go ahead, push this. That's going to help her jump down. There we go. I also felt that there was a lot of attention to detail in the levels, which was kind of cool. I think I'm supposed to push this back, maybe? Oh no, she's actually able to. I'm going to assume that we're probably going to see another memory here. No? Wow, okay. I fail at this. Let's keep moving onward here. Now we should be able to push this cart. Takes the both of us to actually push this. Oh, I'm sorry. You mind helping me push this? Thank you. And from here we're going to be able to climb on top of that, and then we're going to be able to climb on top of that bigger structure and proceed onward. But yeah, this is pretty much what you will be doing throughout Rain. You will be running away from monsters, you will be doing basic level platforming as well as basic puzzles, all the while experiencing this abstract story that's going to always keep you thinking about what did the developers actually mean by all this. Like, what's the meaning behind the story that they're telling here? Because for some people, this is going to be a story about light versus darkness, good versus evil. To other people, it's going to be a story about the relationship between these two characters. Like I said, I feel it's going to be very different depending on how you see it. And again, the whole point of the game is delivering an artistic experience together with that story. At least that's how I felt it. I think we're going to be getting a little bit of action here now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just having a look-see now. I feel forced to explore everything. Oh, actually, I can't go that way. I have to go this way. Ooh, we have the little creatures of doom. You guys have no idea how cool these little guys are. I really like these little guys. They're great. Apart from the fact that when they try to eat you, they're kind of nasty little buggers when they try to go after you. But apart from that, they're pretty cool, and you guys will find out why. Oh no, let's go through here. Whee! As you guys can see, they're really eager to get to know me a little bit better. So let's not try giving them the pleasure, shall we? Oh, I failed the jump. Oops. I'm gonna go invisibility mode then. Am I not supposed to get... Oh, here she comes, the little girl. Is she gonna jump down as well? No, it seems that she's gonna wait. No, okay, she's gonna jump down now. And now you guys are gonna see exactly why I like those little critters. Who's a good little doggy? Get the hell out of Dodge. And we're invisible. Can't see us now. You can't see us. You don't know where we are. And here come the little critters. Nom 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 nom. They just kind of grab onto him and chomp him down. The four-legged beast was destroyed before their very eyes, and then they happily move along, hopping off like little mushrooms of death. We're going to be proceeding onward here. Once again, going to become invisible whenever we exit the rain. And here we have just the normal, regular street. Again, the game doesn't really change a whole lot from what you guys are seeing. This is pretty much the game. Like, you will see different levels, different platforming, different puzzles. But the game is pretty much what you are seeing right now. So if this seems interesting to you, then this is probably going to be a game that you're going to enjoy. It's just the reason why I'm saying that is because I can't really see what other commentary I can do besides commenting on the action as it's going down. I mean, the graphics of the game are pretty solid. I don't see any major issues here. I mean, I would expect, since the title is a little bit smaller, I would really love them to actually go full-on 1080p, but at least the version of the game that I have only allows for 720p, so I was a little bit disappointed in that regard. But there's a lot of details, a lot of reflections, and a lot of that stuff, so I'm afraid that if they push it too hard, I mean, we have to consider, again, the age of the hardware and all that stuff. So if they do push it too hard, it might actually go overboard. So once again, we have another little puzzle here because you see the little critters there. So we can't just flat out cross because they're going to come after us and find us. So we're going to find another way across, which involves jumping. And in a couple of minutes, it's also going to involve collaboration. Like over here, we can't actually jump there by ourselves, so we'll have to go ahead and do a lift. And what that means is I'm going to basically get down on my hands and knees, and she's going to put herself on top of me, and then I'm going to give her a little boost. And I remember that something happens here. I don't remember exactly what. Oh yeah, she's going to drop down here. And now she's going to attract the attention of the critters by using the little clown thing. Now, several people have also told me, several people, maybe just one person, I'm not exactly sure. In the preview gameplay video, someone said that this reminded them of Eco. Now, I never really played Eco, but I do have to say it was one of the first games that came to mind when I started noticing the mechanics of the little boy and little girl just basically trying to survive together in this world of darkness. So I'm going to be closing this door, and this is one of the mechanics. Like I said, as you see, I'm trying to close it. It's not working. You have to be in a specific position, and you have to keep the key pressed. Sometimes it works if you just press it once. Other times you have to keep it pressed. Like I said, that's one of the little problems that I have with the game is that it's got those little glitches going for it. Now the critters are basically swarming towards the doll the girl dropped, which is going to allow me to basically pick up the doll here. And look at that, it's a flying doll, it's flying. It's flying, isn't it cute? Now we're going to drop this here, and we're going to get the hell out of Dodge. Because the critters are just going to stay there. Now the girl can't actually jump down that high, so we're going to have to grab this little thing and push it, which will allow her to jump down. Now this, if I'm not mistaken, is actually one of the bigger chapters, which is also the reason why I wanted to, as you guys can see, I mean, how long did it took me to get to this point? I didn't even fail at anything. I was just taking my time, and already I had the select over there with the hint system. It's like I felt the hint system was a little bit overprotective, because I mean, I let people figure things out on their own for a change. Jesus, not everybody needs to have their hand held all the time. Now here, as you can see, we once again get the toggle for lift, so we're going to be lifting her across, and there is a key on the other side that she's going to be picking up. If you guys notice there on the wooden board, I believe, you should be noticing that there's a key there that she's going to be able to use to open the gate for us. And a lot of the game is these little interactions, you helping her out, she helping you out, and especially the final act. I don't want to give you guys any spoilers, but on the final act, there's going to be a ton of like, oh, you need to help me now. Now I need to help you. Now you need to help me. There's going to be a ton of that. And a little bit more faster paced as well. The music also really fits into the style of the game. Man, I'm just exploring now, trying to find the memories thing. But yeah, I guess the memories is also a mechanic that kind of gives you a little bit of replayability if you really enjoyed the game and you want to find out more about the story. After you finish the game, you can go back and replay through the different chapters and collect all of the memories for your characters. They also like to create these tension moments because there's actually no danger whatsoever. Like, you can see the dogs all over the place, and like the very first time that you come over here, most likely you will feel that sense of urgency as well. But since I've done this once, I already know there's no danger whatsoever. You're just waiting for the girl to kind of pop the ladder down. But yeah, it does create that little feeling of urgency. You're like, damn it, hurry up, we need to get the hell out of here. Now, however, here you will require a little bit of timing because something really cool is about to happen. I actually really like this portion, which again is another reason why I wanted to show you guys this act. This act has a lot of it's probably one of my favorite acts in the game. Whoa, what the hell's up with that? You need to stop that, good sir. Now, the first time I came here, I tried jumping. You guys can try that too, but I'm not going to do that now. And he's going to bash it again. Bong. The boy waited for his chance to jump towards the outstretched hand. Oops. That was a terrible jump, but I still landed it. And that bus is going to go away. Goodbye. The two of them watched, dumbfounded, as the bus rolled away down the hill. The sound of flowing water could be heard off in the distance. Also, you got to be careful about fall damage, because if you fall from just a little bit too high, you instantly die. The girl stopped, rooted to the spot. Up ahead, a lone house lit by a single light. Now, there is no voice acting in the game, so it's all done by this text. What was it? What did it mean? Why were they heading towards the house? Maybe there was no answer. But it was the one place where the darkness parted, where the light split the rainy night. And there's the unknown. Chapter 4, The Two in the Town, Fin. Fin, which, as I've told you guys before in the preview gameplay video, is the end in French. Now, I'm not really going to show you a whole lot more about the game because, like I said, I mean, I've already shown you plenty, and I did mention the game is rather short. So the more I show you, I've already shown you guys Chapter 2 and Chapter 4. I mean, the more I show you, pretty much I might as well just make a full playthrough. So my first impressions on the game, if what you saw on this video, I'm just going to go ahead and go back to the title screen because I don't want to spoil anything else. If what you saw in this video looks like something that you would really like, as in a very simplistic puzzle platformer delivered in a very artistically, in a very artistic style, and with a very deep, abstract story from which, in my opinion, a lot of people are going to be getting a different experience. If this seems at all appealing to you, most likely you will enjoy Rain. If not, well, that's up to you. Anyways, this has been Rurikhan. As per usual, leave me your comments, feedback, all that kinds of good stuff in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next one.